Hi guys! If you are watching the replay, drop me a purple heart, maybe tag a friend, tag a Senna sister. I am so excited to be on live with you guys today and teaching you something that I just learned like a month ago. Like, I have been setting goals for years, basically like my whole life. I've been a goal setter, goal getter, literally since I was like a child. And this format that I am going to teach you today blew my mind. And like I said, I'm already like experienced in goals. Hi! I'm already super experienced in goals. So for me to learn like a new way to break down my goals, that was like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna be so good. So first of all, I am in my car. I apologize. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story as you're jumping on. So we packed up and went to Florida over a week ago because we're here to watch a rocket launch. Okay, so we literally wanted to watch this rocket launch. It's like a life bucket list experience. The rocket was supposed to launch on Thursday. We were supposed to be home by Saturday, and it kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and so the rocket didn't launch until yesterday. So we are on our way home, but we're literally still in the car, 2-day drive back to Texas. And yeah, so we just make it happen. We make it happen. My husband he parked and brought the kids in to get lunch, and I am doing this training, and that is how we make this business work. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Morgan Zambrano. I have been a Senegence distributor since March of 2017. I am coming up on my 6-year anniversary, and in that time, my entire life has changed. So I'm not going to tell you like my whole story, but I'm very much an introvert. I'm very shy. I'm very like reserved, even though I probably seem like I'm very bold now. This is 6 years of personal development. But I started my business because I wanted to get more time with my kids. And that was my big goal, was to get more time with my kids and more time with my family. And because of Senegence and because of this journey and because of being willing to step out of my comfort zone and do stuff like this, even like doing a live video from my car still makes me nervous. But like stepping out of my comfort zone and being willing to do the things that need to be done to make the business that I want to have happen is a big reason why I've gotten to where I have. So we're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about the end of the year. I love the end of the year, but I also love a new year. So I might actually give you a different perspective than other people might give you. But I feel like I need to put you down here, even though that's going to be like a really weird angle, but it's because my notes are right here. I don't know if I can do this angle. This is a weird angle, but hopefully this is okay. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is that we are coming up on the end of the seminar year. So we are in the last like 10 weeks of the seminar year. And some people tend to slow down, especially if you've already hit your goals. You're like, I'm good. Or maybe if you feel like you're too far away from your goals. If you feel like you're too far away from your goals, then you can kind of get into this mindset of, I'm just going to try again next year. Does anyone feel like that? 2022 was rough. I'm not going to lie. I don't lie to, I am very transparent. And my team sales were, way down. 2022 was rough. Coming off of the really high numbers of 2020 and 2021, it's been kind of a rough year. And so it can be very easy to slip into that, I'm just going to, I've worked really hard and I didn't get to where I want to get. So I just want to, I'm going to let myself relax for a little bit and I'll try again April 1st. Please hear me. Don't do that. I love you. Don't do that. Because in my mind right now, I'm not even thinking about this seminar year. And I still have goals to hit. I have 2 goals that I still need to check off. I still have goals to hit, but I'm not thinking about this year. I am thinking about next seminar year. And here's the thing. Every new distributor that you bring on in the next 10 weeks is a distributor who runs with you starting on April 1st. Every new customer that you get in the next 10 weeks is a customer that you're going to have all next seminar year. So you might think there's no point in getting new customers right now. I'm still not going to hit my goals. What does it matter? It totally matters, because every new customer that places one order in the next 10 weeks could be a customer that orders every single month next seminar year. Do you understand? So every little piece that you pick up over the next 10 weeks is what you start with on April 1st. Like, does that make anyone else super excited? Because that hypes me up. I run the last 10 weeks of the seminar year. Oh my gosh. Like, you guys, if you follow me, I am crazy. People are like, you're everywhere. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Because I know that everything that I do for the next 60 days is revving me up for my starting point on April 1st. I'm not running towards the finish line. I'm gathering up as much supplies and requirements. I'm piling everything on so that April 1st, I am starting whoosh, I am starting with a bang, and I'm able to front load my whole year. Does that make sense? Does that make anyone else super excited? Another tip that I have for you, oh my gosh, this is actually probably my favorite because I'm very nerdy. I love knowledge. I love learning. Every new skill that you learn over the next 10 weeks is a skill that you have for the entire next seminar year. So again, you might think to yourself, I don't need to learn Reels. I'll learn that next year. But you take the next 10 weeks and you learn Reels, and then you know how to do Reels for the entire year. You get a little bit better at sales, and you're a little bit better at sales skills you have for the whole year. You get a little bit better at sponsoring, a little bit better at talking to people, a little bit better at expanding your network, a little bit better at parties. You get a little bit better at all the little skills that we need in this business over the next 10 weeks. And that's your starting point on April 1st. And then you have all those little bit better skills for the whole seminar year. I am telling you that the next 10 weeks can change your life. It can literally change your life depending on how you look at it. If you look at it like I'm sprinting to the end, no, you are revving up for a new beginning. And you can have I am so excited about 2023. Literally, my team is probably so annoyed with me because I cannot shut up about it. I'm just y'all, my perspective has changed. I am so excited. 2023 is going to be amazing. And it's because I have this shift of every little thing I pick up over the next 10 weeks. Sorry, my car turned off. I get to go into 2021 with all of that, which is so exciting. So all of that being said, I'm going to teach you a new way to break down your goals. I've never trained on this before because I just learned this myself, literally a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I don't even think it was a month ago. It was very recent. And this is something that I learned. I have a business coach. And so this is something that I learned from my business coach as a way to kind of plan out my whole year. I'm not going to give it to you in that big of a perspective because I don't want to overwhelm you. But I'm going to teach you how to break down one single goal into being a power goal. Okay, so it could be a really big goal. Hi, Jade, thanks for jumping on. A really big goal that before you were scared to even put it down on paper. Now we're going to take this really big goal that you have for the year, your power goal for 2023, your really big goal, and we are going to break it down in a way that feels manageable and also feels exciting and in a way that's actionable, okay? The way that this was taught to me, just so anyone who does like to go big picture, anyone who does have really big crazy goals, is anyone super dreamer? I'm a dreamer. I want all the big things in life. I will tell you that the way that this was taught to me was to have 12 goals, 12 power goals, but 12 is a lot. So start with one. Just start with one, see how it feels, and then you can add on more if you would like to. Actually, I'm going to add in one extra thing that I don't have in my notes. I hope that's okay. I actually want to start with you doing a little bit of an exercise. This helps you get started with goal setting. So I would love for you to get started before you even do this, with taking about 10 minutes. If you can find 10 minutes, I know it can feel impossible sometimes, but take 10 minutes to think of 30 goals that you have for your life, bucket list goals, 30. And I know that that's a lot, but it's going to get you thinking, because the first 5 to 10 might come pretty easily, but the next 10 and the next 10 is really going to stretch you. And what it's going to do is it's going to get you out of the business mindset. Right now, when I'm talking to you about goals, and obviously I'm coming on as a distributor, you are thinking about business. This doesn't have to be business. I'm talking life. I'm talking bucket list. I'm talking, do you want to own a private island? Do you want to go to Bora Bora? Like, what are your bucket list goals, right? So take 10 minutes, just write that as kind of like a side assignment. Like Morgan said, take 10 minutes to write down my bucket list crazy life goals. Okay? That's going to feel weird, but it's going to help you go into this next set of stuff. So once you have your like 30 goals that like made you stretch your mind and was like so uncomfortable, and like you didn't even want to write them down, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Why did I write down that I want to be like on a best-selling author? Like, why did I write that down? Oh my gosh, that's so uncomfortable. Now that we have our uncomfortable goals written down, now we're going to go into how to actually break down one goal for the year. Just one goal. So y'all, I'm not cute right now. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a blank piece of paper. Okay. A blank piece of paper. And at the top, you're going to write goal 1. And then you're going to write whatever that goal is. So it could literally be like achieve maiden. Okay. That could be a goal. Achieve maiden, or whatever your next rank is. Achieve rank, right? It doesn't have to be. It can also be a life goal. Lots of my girls did life goals. I had them do this. It was homework they had to turn into me. So some of them did life goals. Some of them did business goals. Some of them did income goals, like wanting to make a certain amount a month. It can be anything, okay? But you're going to write goal 1, and then you're going to write that goal. Then the next thing right under, so this is at the top. The next thing you're going to write is standards. And you're going to write down the standards that you have for yourself that need to change in order to hit that goal. That's where we're starting. Because if you were already the person that you needed to be to hit that goal, you would have hit that goal already. Do you hear me? If you were already the person that you needed to be to hit that goal, you would have hit that goal already. So there's some sort of standard for yourself that you can elevate to be the person you need to be in order to hit that goal. So it could be that you need to be more consistent. It could be that you need to push out of your comfort zone more. It could be that you have to hold yourself accountable to showing up every day, hold yourself accountable to personal development. Could be anything, right? But there's some sort of standard for yourself, and it only has to be one. Remember, we're breaking down a goal. We're not like this isn't like journaling. This is like a quick bullet point of what is one thing that I can do differently to become more of the person that I need to be to achieve this goal. Okay? So we have goal 1, and we have standards. Holding yourself to some sort of higher standard that's going to help you achieve this goal. Okay? Then the next one, I should have written it on this. That would have made sense, but I'm looking at anyway. The next one is target date. So the target date to hit it. So we're going to have the goal, we're going to have the standard for ourselves, and then we're going to have the target date to hit it. That is what you're used to with goals, right? Is the target date. So we're putting down a date. Now, I'm going to try to write this down. So we have our goal, we have our standard. Of course, my pen is running out. We have our date. Hold on. I'm literally grabbing a colored pencil. I'm a homeschool mom, so I have colored pencils in my car because we do homeschool on the road. So I have a car full of homework and stuff. Okay, homework, target, date. Okay, so now we have goal, standard, date. My handwriting is very messy. Then what we have is we're going to put goal 1, goal 2, and goal 3. Your handwriting is going to look better than mine. So we have our big goal, we have the standard for ourselves, and we have the target date. This is the big picture. Then we're doing a mini goal 1, mini goal 2, and mini goal 3. So these are 3 mini goals that as you achieve these mini goals, it's going to lead into this bigger goal. So this could be, if we're going for maiden, it could be like book 4 parties by January 31st. I haven't told you that part yet, but book 4 parties by January 31st. It could be ask 10 people to join my team by February 15th, right? And so you're going to take this big goal and you're going to break it down into 3 mini goals. And then each of these mini goals is also going to have a target date. Okay? Target date. So you have the target date for your big goal, but then under the big goal, you have 3 mini goals, each with a target date. So say this is March 31st, then your mini goals might be January 31st, February 15th, and March 15th, right? So these mini goals are going to lead into this bigger goal. Then you're going to have a target date. Then here's a big piece of it that we're not doing enough of, is under each mini goal, you're going to put a reward. I know you can't read this because it's backwards, but you're going to put a reward for yourself. Okay? So now you have your big goal, your standard for yourself, holding yourself to a higher standard, the date for that big goal. But then what you're focusing on is your first mini goal. Okay? You're focusing on your first mini goal, the target date for your first mini goal, and what reward you get. You get to reward yourself. We tend to just be like, yay, I did it. We feel good for like 2 minutes, maybe 5 if we're lucky. But it's like we don't even feel good for like a whole day. Like we're doing things, even like booking 4 parties. That deserves to be celebrated. That is something that would have terrified you on the very first day of becoming a distributor. Or maybe it still terrifies you. You deserve to celebrate. And the more you start celebrating your smaller goals, the more likely you are to convince yourself to keep showing up. And so we make our mini goal and then we give ourselves a reward. And it doesn't have to be anything big or fancy. When I was talking to my team about this, I was like, it could be like, for me, I take really quick showers because I have 3 kids and I just feel like I am bothering everyone, which probably isn't true, but I feel like I'm bothering everyone if I take like a 45-minute shower because it's like the kids always need me, right? So I thought to myself, like, what's a good reward for me? And you know what? It's like not having to feel rushed in the shower. Allowing myself to actually like listen to an audiobook in the shower for 45 minutes and just enjoy it. Or maybe use like one of those little shower smelling things that, what are they called? Shower fizzies or something? I don't even know. That you put at the bottom and they have like essential oils in them and you can smell them while you're in the shower. Like maybe I take a shower and I actually let myself smell the little shower smelly thing for like 45 minutes, right? So my reward could literally just be like a long hot shower or a bath or, like I have these press-on nails that I never let myself do because it would take 15 minutes and that feels like it would be too long. So they've sat in the box for a year. And it's like, maybe my reward is letting myself sit there and actually do those nails. Because guess what? I can see that I hit a little mini goal. It's okay if I take 15 minutes for myself to put these little press-on nails on that I've had for a year that are super cute, right? So we make our mini goal, we set a target date, and we set a reward for that mini goal. And you do that 3 times. So now we have our goal at the top, our new standard for ourselves, the date to hit the big goal, mini goal 1, 2, 3, target date 1, 2, 3, reward 1, 2, 3. So now we've taken this big goal and we've broken it down into standards for ourselves and multiple different action steps that we're going to reward ourselves for the actions that we take. And then there's more. There's still more. This is why this was so great. Then the next. So now we have the standards. We have the mini goals. And the third section down here is going to be resources. Okay. resources. And this is where you're going to kind of brainstorm the things that you need to hit these goals and this goal. What are the resources that you need? If it is the example I gave, so I gave the example of achieving maiden, and then the mini goals were like offering the opportunity and booking parties. Maybe you're like, I don't know how to do a party. So one of the resources that you need is to find a mock party. Or maybe you have never booked a party. So one of the resources that you need is like a training on how to book parties. What do people say? How do they do that? If it's you want to grow your team, but you have never offered the opportunity. Maybe a resource is, what do I say to someone when I offer the opportunity? Or how do I find people interested in the opportunity? You literally start brainstorming all of the things that you will need in order to achieve your mini goals 1, 2, and 3, which will lead into your big goal. And what this is going to do is this is a roadmap. You're creating your own roadmap in such like a detailed way that you're going to hit your goal. If you take the time to write down, not just the goal, you should write down your goals. Everyone writes down their goals. We all have big goals for 2023 and for our lives. We all have these big goals. But if you take the time to break them down into, okay, I need to have higher standards for myself. And these are the mini goals it takes to get there. You're building yourself a roadmap. You don't even know how to get on the road. So you write down your resources. And then you reward yourself along the way. You are so going to hit your goals. This is such a magical way of breaking them down. It does take time, which is why I'm telling you to just start with one. But if you do one and you're obsessed, do another one and do another one. And these are going to make your power goals for 2023. Then the last thing I wanted to tell you is to set yourself up some sort of trigger. Okay. So people a lot of the time talk about triggers as like a negative thing, like negative triggers, but you can create positive triggers to where every single day, this is how it was taught to me, every single day you're running through these goals in your mind. So your power goal, you're thinking about it every single day because you set yourself up a trigger. And so it could literally be an alarm that you set in your phone that every single day a reminder pops up, visualize your goal. And so every single day you're running through, okay, my big goal is this, my standard is this, my mini goals are this, the resources I need are this is what I'm working towards. So every single day there's a reminder popping up that reminds you what it is that you're working towards. For me, I was telling my husband, I was like, this is going to sound really silly, but we just recently bought a 2-story house, and I have wanted a 2-story house for as long as I can remember. A staircase, like I could cry talking about it. So every time I go upstairs to my office, and then when I come back down the stairs, when my hand touches the staircase, I literally run through the vision that I have for my life every single time. And I didn't do it on purpose. I've done this since before I was given this. But once she said, make yourself a trigger that and your goals run through your head, I thought, my staircase is totally my trigger, because every single day when I walk down the stairs, I visualize the future for my life, because I'm like, man, I can picture my kids when they're growing walking down these stairs. I can picture us having, a Christmas morning walking down these stairs. Like, I'm visualizing my life as I walk down the stairs. And I just think setting up a trigger, even if it starts with a reminder on your phone, is so powerful, because it's so easy to picture things going the way that we don't want them to go. It is so easy to picture the disasters and the embarrassments and the potential failures. It's so easy for us. We do it all the time. Every single time we send a message, we imagine them saying no. Every single time we try to book a party, we imagine getting ghosted. And it's like, what if you could change that? What if you could change it to where you're imagining them saying yes? You're imagining people coming to you, being excited to join your team, being excited to try the products, because it's all just made up. Have you ever thought about that? All the negative thoughts in our head are just made up. And so what I'm telling you and what I have learned is that you can train your brain to visualize the positive and visualize winning and visualize hitting your goals instead of not hitting your goals. And when you can train your brain and you work on this intentionally every single day, you step into it. And it's really crazy. And I'm not going to go into any sort of crazy talk, but I'm telling you, what I really want you to understand is all the negative thoughts you have in your head. The next time you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go live and I'm going to embarrass myself, check yourself and go, you know what? I just made up that story. What if I go live and I crush it? What if I go live and someone jumps on and they ask me about my products and then I make a sale? Change your mindset. When you feel the negative, think but what if, I just made that thought up anyway? What if I can twist it and I can make it positive? And so as you go towards the end of the seminar year and into the new seminar year of 2023, anytime you feel that I'm not quite there yet, or what if I don't hit it? What if you do? What if you do? And what if all of the things that you write down actually happen? Start visualizing the positives. Start changing your mindset and start training your brain to visualize things happening the way that you want to, because like I said, it's all made up anyway, so why can't we make up better stories? So I'm gonna go. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was beneficial. If you do break down one goal, I'd love to see it. If you're open to sharing it with me, you can either drop it in the comments or you can message me, but I would love to see you guys actually take this and break down just one goal. I would love to see it, and I hope that this was helpful, and I cannot wait to see you guys in April. I'm coming to see you in person. That's amazing. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you so much for having me. Bye, guys.